Hello my dear friends, I am Miss Asika Patel. Welcome you all in Deepam, Gyan, Kranti, the treasure of knowledge powered by Deepam English Institute. Friends, today again I am back with the new chapter, that is the rule of the road, which is written by A.G.GARDINER. Now this chapter, the rule of the road, that is a part of TY.BCom V.N.S.G.U University, and it is there in the textbook of literary pinnacles. So today we will discuss on a chapter that is the rule of the road, which is written by A.G.GARDINER. Now friends, when you read the title of this chapter, the rule of the road, means whenever you are going on the road, then you have to follow certain rules and regulations. So here in this lesson also we will discuss on a same manner that if we want to live a good life with principles, then which principles and liberty we should have to follow, which principles we have to follow in our life to get the successful life. So we will discuss that later on. So before we take a look on the summary of this chapter, first we will discuss about the author, that is A.G.GARDINER. So the full name of A.G.GARDINER, that you have to remember, Alfred George Gardiner. You have to remember the full name of our author, that is Alfred George Gardiner. Now he was born on June 2nd, 1865 in Chelmsford, England. So definitely he was an English author. You have to remember the birth date, June 2nd, 1865. He was an English journalist, editor and author. You have to remember that thing also. And this is very important thing, that his essays written under the alias Alpha of the Plug. You have to remember, Alpha of the Plug are highly regarded. So maybe sometimes in the exam, even in competitive exam, if you are giving the exam of MPhil or PhD, then also sometimes it is asked like Alpha of the Plug connected with whom. So you have to remember A.G.GARDINER. Okay. Now as far as the famous work of A.G.GARDINER is concerned, so some of the works that I have mentioned here for you, that is Prophets, Priests and Kings, that was published on 1908. Pillars of the Society 1930, The Warlords 1915, Windfalls 1920, Leaves in the Wind, that is also in 1920. So you have to remember this: Prophets, Priests and Kings, Pillars of the Society, The Warlords, Windfalls and Leaves in the Wind. So these are some of the famous work of A.G.GARDINER, means Alfred George Gardiner, and he was died on March 3rd, 1946 in Buckingham, England. So this is the basic information about the author, that is A.G.GARDINER. Now as far as this chapter is concerned, basically it is an essay. You have to remember type of the work, that is essay. And when you read the rule of the road, earlier also I told to you that it is basically depend on rules. But which kind of rules? He has discussed about the liberty as well as how we can live, what should be the principles that we have to learn in this essay, in this chapter. Now throughout the essay, the whole essay is filled with the examples only. So which examples are there? So we have to discuss about that, because if you don't know that basic, then you cannot able to write the answer. So some of the examples are given there in this essay to prove that we should have harmony, we should have liberty, but liberty should be in a proper way. So to prove this, first he gave the example of an old lady, and she was walking in the Petrograd street. Now what happened, one old lady was there and he was walking in the middle of the road. Definitely we come to know that if you know the rules of traffic, then we have to walk on a footpath. You cannot walk into the middle of the road, and definitely she is walking in the middle of the road. Then all other people have the problems with that. Okay, so means what? She has to follow the rules and regulations of the traffic. And if someone asked to her that why you are walking in the middle of the road, then definitely she gave the answer like, it is my liberty. Okay, I have that right that I can walk everywhere. Means it is not like that. Yes, definitely she has liberty, she has the right, but we cannot break the rules of the traffic. And if you know very well that if we are walking in the middle of the road, so many problems will occur over there. So in further he give the example of a car driver, that if the liberty of the lady entitled to walk in the middle of the road, then definitely the cab driver can drive in the pavement, and if it is going on like that, then it creates chaos. Okay, lots of problem will be created over there. So we have the liberty, but certain at sometimes we have to follow our sense, our principles, and even we have to behave like that. We can help the society. Okay, so with the example of lady, that old lady, definitely she has a right, but then also we have to maintain the discipline, and then we can create a harmony in the society. We can follow the rules, and even it is very easy for everybody. Then second example he gave, like Piccadilly Circus. Now what is Piccadilly? That is one kind of restaurant and all that thing that is situated in London. So what happened, he gave the example like that, if suddenly what happened, if the police came over there for doing checking over there, so it is not like that we should never go next time in that hotels or in that restaurants or even that theater. On the other hand, we have to think that is a duty of the policeman. Okay, so we have to take it in a broad manner like that. Then again he gave very nice example of trombone. Now that is one kind of instrument which is made with the bronze, and it is used with the help of the mouth you can blow it. So if you are lover of trombone, and in your house if you are doing that, if you are playing that it's okay, but in the street up to 12 o'clock to 3 in the morning you are playing, then definitely the other people have the liberty to sleep quietly. Okay, that is also their liberty. So we should not leave, or we should not forget our liberty. Yes, definitely you have the liberty, but it should like we should not cross the level. Okay, so if you are playing trombone in the middle of the street or in the middle of any area, then definitely the society will ask the question or raise the question against you. But if you are the lover, and if you are playing inside of your house with the shutting doors or windows, then nobody can tell you. With the same he gave again for example of gramophone. If you are the lover of gramophone, so that is a business, or if you are doing any kind of business with it, so that is the business for you. But if you are playing very loudly or you are listening very loudly, then definitely there should be the problem with the other people also. Means we have liberty, yes, that is our right, but it should not like that we cross our limits. We create hurdles and problems for the others, so it should be in a limit. Again he gave one more example of train. One day what happened, that the author traveled in the train and he was reading a book. Now that book is not for his interest, but then also he wants to get the penny, that's why he read that book. But you know very well, when you want to read anything, so you want complete silence. Okay, but here you know very well that as the stops came, so many passengers entered in the train, and then they are talking loudly. So at that time the writer cannot read it properly. Okay, so he closed it. Means he can say that sometimes we have to manage, but it should not like that we are cross our over limits or we are cross our limits. So that we have to learn. So these are the example which is there in the essay, the rule of the road. Now as far as this chapter is concerned, we come with some conclusions. Like if we are always thinking about the individual liberty, I'm talking about individual liberty, so sometimes what happened, it would be a universal chaos. We had discussed the example of lady and even cab driver. If they are always thinking about the individual liberty, then definitely it created the universal chaos. It created hurdles, it created troubles for the other people. Now liberty is not a personal affair. It is not the personal affair, but it is a social contract. Okay, I already told to you that the society, we are we are living in our society, so we have to think about our society also. It is an adjustment of interest. I already told to you that if you are lover of gramophone or trombone, but it should be like, and it is of interest, but it should be in an adjustable manner, not like that you are creating hurdles for other people. We must be judicious mixture, both individual liberty as well as the social liberty. It's a very important, and if one learn this thing, then definitely he can get success in his life. So we have to be in a two liberty. We should have to think about both the liberty, universal, social as well as individual liberty also. And sometimes even individual liberty leads towards the social liberty, but the thing is that person should be very much responsible. It is a small matter of conduct in the observation of the rule of the road that was passed judgment upon ourselves and declare what we are. Either we are civilized or uncivilized. Friends, it's the rules, okay, and we have to follow. If you are not following that rule, then also nobody can tell you anything. Yes, they will talk with the others that he is this kind of person or whatever. If you don't follow the signals, nobody can do anything. Yes, you will get only memo, that's it. But if you are a good person, so because of that rules which is set by, not only for the road, we cannot apply, not only it is not applied for the road only, but it is applied for our life also, and even of the society also. And because with the help of that, even you can judge the people that whether he or she is civilized or uncivilized. Now freedom cannot, sometimes what happens that we are talking about our freedom. So freedom cannot exist in a vacuum. It must conform to some degree to a set of principles that exist to ensure that one's liberty do not interfere in others. It is very important thing. If we are talking about our freedom, but we should have that much of knowledge that because of our freedom, we cannot interfering in others' life. We cannot interfering in the life of anybody. It should be like in a harmony, okay. And if we want to create a civilized society, then we'll have to start from the individual, okay. We cannot tell to everybody, but if we follow, then definitely we became the role model for others and they will learn from us. So it is saying that always try with I. If you learn this, then definitely the other can follow you. So that is the rule, and it is not applicable for the rules of road only. It is also applicable for the life, for the society. And if you are following the rules of the society, then definitely you are civilized person, okay. So this is there, which is written by A.G.GARDINER, and that is the chapter, the rule of the road. So it is totally philosophical chapter, and the type of this chapter is essay. So you have to remember some examples, such example that given in the textbook, and in that essay, that lady, then Piccadilly Circus, then trombone, then train and book, and gramophone. So this is the summary of this chapter. I think it is clear to you, but still if you have any doubt, then you can write in comment box. So I will definitely try to solve your problems. And friends, if you like this video, then please like it, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Till then, goodbye, have a nice day and take care.